There are no windows, no connection to the outside world. The constant hum of an exhaust fan drowns out any external sounds, and the only interruption are the occasional tremors caused by airplanes taking off and landing. The room shakes, but that's not the most disturbing part. All around you see the skeletal remains of dead bodies. There is not a single mirror in the room, yet this place is known as the Aynaghar or mirror room. This isn't the plot of a movie or a fictional history. This is a real, illegal torture cell that exists in our world, operated under the authority of a government. Every few days, the prisoners in this room hear their names called out. The very sound of their names fills them with dread. They are taken to a separated cell, blindfolded with their hands and feet bound, and subject to various forms of torture. This so-called Aynaghar or mirror room, this part of a secret detention facility allegedly run by Bangladesh Directorate General of Force Intelligence, located underground in a 14-story building. The mirror room has held numerous political opponents and activists, and anyone who dared to speak out against the then dictatorial regime of Sheikh Hasina. Even ordinary citizens were not spared. Some were detained here for years on end. Despite its mysterious nature, rumors about the mirror room have been circulating for years, but the facility has recently come under widespread scrutiny. On August 16, 2022, the Sweden-based news portal Natro News published an investigative whistleblower report revealing the existence of the mirror room. According to the report, which was based on interviews with two former detainees, this clandestine prison is located within the Dhaka cantonment and is used to detain high-value prisoners. One of the detainees, Sheikh Mohammed Salim, was abducted on May 29, 2016. He was at a garage in Gazipur, overseeing repair on a bus owned by his family's transportation business. Suddenly, a minivan pulled up, and before he could react, 4 or 5 men jumped out, grabbed him, and forced him into the vehicle. His hands were tied behind his back. A cloth was tied around his eyes and a cap was placed on his head. Selim had no idea who had taken him or why. He was soon transported to the mirror room or Aynaghar, an illegal detention center operated by Bangladesh DGFI. Another detained, a decorated military officer named Hasinur Rahman, was also held in the mirror room. He had been awarded the prestigious Bir Pratik medal for his bravery during anti-terrorism operations as a commander in the Rapid Action Battalion. However, in 2012, after 28 years of service, he was dismissed from the military amid allegation of involvement in terrorism. Sarsi vehemently denied. Since the return to power of the Awami League in 2009, enforced disappearances have become a brutal and effective tool of state repression in Bangladesh. According to the human rights organization, at least 605 people were forcibly disappeared in Bangladesh between 2009 and September 2021. These individuals include those suspected of terrorism or criminal activities, as well as political dissidents, critics of the ruling party, and ordinary citizens like Salim. Recently, Human Rights Watch published a list of 86 individuals who have been detained for at least a decade and remain unaccounted for. HRW suspects their individuals are either being held in secret prisons or have been killed. On August 5, 2024, under immense pressure from a student-led movement, the authoritarian government of Sheikh Hasina finally collapsed, forcing her to flee the country. After Hasina's escapes, the mirror room was inspected, revealing numerous skeletal remains. Those who had been forcibly disappeared were finally set free.